Thank you, Thierry. So, still good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. Really pleased that I could address you guys today. As Thierry mentioned, I was working at FIFA actually until March of this year to join this constant evolution, as he described it, or revolution, as others may say. A very exciting time for sport. If I do my job properly this morning, I will hopefully highlight some of the trends that have been mentioned throughout the morning. And you'll see mycujoo in the context of a lot of big trends that are happening in our industry. So, let me introduce mycujoo. Back in 2009, our co-founder and CEO, Pedro Preza, he's a diehard Boa Vista fan. Boa Vista had gone from the first level of Portuguese football to the third level. Pedro was shocked to find that he could no longer watch Boa Vista on TV. They had disappeared. It was almost as if they no longer existed. And he asked himself, why in this era of smartphones, when we all can transform into journalists, we can broadcast ourselves on social media, why can this happen? And this led him to quite an important piece of insight, and that is that 0.01% of all football matches worldwide are not accessible to fans in a good quality in a good quality environment. So it was on this insight that mycujoo was built. And together with Pedro's twin brother João, they set about transforming and building the mission to turn every game of football into a live stream. It sounds a little bit crazy, but step by step, day by day, we're trying to make this possible at all levels of football.
Since 2015, mycujoo has been the single most important factor in the digitalization of football across the world. Every day, we give clubs, players, leagues, and federations across the world the opportunity to film themselves and distribute their content on demand and live in a unique platform that is 100% dedicated to football. We started mycujoo back in 2015 because my own club, Boa Vista from Portugal, was relegated to the third division, and I really had no chance of watching this content anymore. It's crazy how in the digital age, still only 0.01% of all the clubs, the elite, have the opportunity to be staged in a really good environment with quality to the global audience. We have developed our own solution, a high-tech, low-cost broadcasting solution that empowers clubs and federations from any size to broadcast their contents in really high quality in a democratized environment. We as well give a lot of value to fans and players across the globe, empowering them to new ways of getting way closer to their game. We are mainly based out of Amsterdam and Lisbon, where we have our teams and our main operations, where we are building our technology, our brands, and the relationship with our partners, which allow us to build and grow on a daily basis to become the biggest football platform in the world.
We're actually an international company operating in more than 100 countries at the moment. We work with 120 football federations across the globe in the 5 continents. We're the first company to broadcast content from the 6 confederations in one single day, and we're close to actually having content of around 1 million players in our platform.
Too kind, thank you, Arno. Our business model, we're advertising funded, so think of us as a YouTube, a lot smaller. We offer self-service tools for our content partners who keep the wheel turning of our platform to enable them to monetize their content. And we offer innovative solutions for brands to to engage with the fans on our platform, from deeper brand partnerships through to classical advertising opportunities, video and display advertising. So if I can maybe talk you through the 3 stakeholder groups very quickly that are the pillars of our platform: football content owners, fans, and brands and advertisers. I'll start with football content owners. The key for our platform and the scalability of the platform, you saw already, we after a few short years of operation, we're already broadcasting many thousands of matches across the world. The key to the scalability and the secret of our platform is the low-cost broadcast technology that we have built. You can broadcast with your smartphone and our broadcast app a match, assuming you have an internet connection, from anywhere. And our technology is free of charge for our content partners to use. We're also hardware agnostic, so any smartphone can be used to broadcast a match and stream it to our platform. And thirdly, and quite importantly, we're purpose-built for football, so that the tools that are built into our broadcasting app that enable the live stream include, for example, football-specific graphic overlays to ensure that the fan has a purpose-built and football-centric user experience. Now, this is the beating heart of our technology, the studio. We have on on browser and app a studio functionality which enables the creation of metadata. And as many of you will know who are dealing with video, video has some value when it's live. If it does not have rich metadata behind it, the value more or less ends there. So ensuring that the data, that the video on our platform is built within a continuous value, that the tagging process is really key. The tagging is enabled through this studio, and that's what creates statistics. It creates an innate discoverability of content, so it enables us to serve content, related content to users, and it enables us to curate content and develop products on the back of the live stream that is the core part of our platform. I think also underestimated, and I think we believe it's unique to our platform, football's pyramid structure is hardwired into our platform. And those working in football and beyond, I think many sports have a pyramid structure. And obviously in footballing terms, you have FIFA at the top, the confederations, the leagues, the clubs, the teams, and ultimately the players. All of our content is related back to this pyramid. It seems like a very simple concept, but nobody's doing it, and it drives the discoverability and the user experience on our platform and drives so much value. So as Pedro said in the VT, we're already global. We're working with over 120 football federations at the last count and streamed to date over 12,000 matches. I think as a benchmark, if you look at a sport-specific broadcaster like ESPN, they'll probably broadcast fewer sports events in a year. In our young life, we've already broadcast a heck of a lot of matches. So the second stakeholder, football fans, very important. Obviously, they are the lifeblood of our platform. We've developed an interactive user experience as the next generation of OTT platforms are doing, as you would expect, with chat functionality, the ability to scroll interactively back and forth through our timeline, the ability to select specific highlights, which, going back to our tagging functionality, have been surfaced by the back-end tagging, and obviously across our browser and app platforms. In the social age, we also enable social sharing, liking, following of specific entities on the platform. This is all part of the user experience and empowering the user to drive the experience, the consumption experience. So finally, last but by no means least, for brands and advertisers who give us the ability to do what we do, we provide, I think very importantly, a trusted brand-safe environment. All of the intellectual property on our platform is checked. We make sure that the content owner who claims the right to broadcast is the valid owner. Also, in terms of impact from an advertising perspective, our metrics can compare very favorably with the market leader in terms of ad viewability, being YouTube. Authenticity is really key. We believe that no other football-specific platform has the breadth and depth of content that we do. We work from the very top of the football ecosystem that does not have a TV market. Essentially, we don't pay to acquire rights, all the way to the bottom. And as many of you frustrated Sunday League players like I am will attest to, this is also something that to be on stage, to share my best goals of the season is something that is now accessible to me. I can broadcast my game on a Sunday afternoon. That is now possible with as little as a smartphone. We believe we're global. We call it, we position ourselves as global. We have a global platform already, as you can see, as you heard from the VT. But we also enable brands to impact communities at a local level. We have many leagues, clubs, teams who are operating with fairly limited fan bases, but really having an impact in their community. And this is something we also work closely with brands to develop. So I have 3 minutes to explain where we are now. So as you heard on the VT, we are global. We're streaming, and we were the first to stream in all 6 football confederations on a single day. Africa is becoming a really, really big and important territory for us, incidentally, with many consumers coming online in the coming years. We have a really engaged audience who are very committed and avid football fans. We have active players on the platform, so we now find that blending the consumption of football and the participation in football is becoming very interesting for our platform. We're driven by younger users as well, which is very interesting for advertisers. And we have a very tech-savvy audience who are driving consumption on mobile. So 2 minutes on the future of mycujoo. We have a massive opportunity here to digitalize and democratize football broadcasting at the lower levels, at the non-professional end of the game. And we're doing that from the bottom up, starting with a lot of underserved competitions, leagues, federations. And our aspiration is to connect the coaches, players, the families of players, and friends and fans, no matter where they are and how few they are. Core to the future of the platform are the players. We're building around the players at all levels, from the semi-professional levels down to amateur and Sunday League players. We're building around them and empowering them to claim their digital profiles and build their digital profiles and enhance their digital profiles with player-generated content from trainings, from pre-match, from post-match, during the week. And this is slowly the next iteration of our platform. And we think there are about 1 billion players out there worldwide. So finally, I can't leave an innovation conference without talking about AI, I guess. AI and machine learning will drive the future of our platform. The platform's scalability really depends on automating the tagging of data, of video, and automating the capture of content. So automated filming and automated data tagging are 2 things that we're now rolling out and will truly drive the unparalleled scale of the platform across the football ecosystem. And that's it. So thanks a lot for listening.
Thank you very much, David.